Hello students, I am Dr. Rajni Gaur and I am taking another topic from my same subject, Gender, School and Society. Today's topic is need and importance of paradigm shift and the causes responsible for paradigm shift. So what is the need and why the paradigm shift is important for us? We know that with the change in time, the paradigms must also change because the old paradigm cannot satisfy the needs of society with the old one or the needs of the present society. So we need to change in our paradigms. The need of women education and gender education keep on changing. So, the displacement or the change of the old paradigm is also necessary. Gender issues are becoming increasingly complex and a new paradigm is required to resolve them. For example, Lakshmi, she is the Mahamandaleshwar of Transgender Akhada and she represents Asia Pacific in UN and she is a commerce graduate. That shows we not only talk about the male and the female, we need to talk about the other gender identities existed in our society. Due to the effect and impact of national and international subjects on gender issues and women education, the displacement is required. We cannot ignore the issues which are related to the women education and the gender at international level. Along with the new technological advancement or the new technological knowledge, new models also come and that we need to accept and that we need to apply on the present society. Displacement of patterns or paradigm shift is necessary for social change and social mobility because our society keeps on changing as it is dynamic in nature. So, it requires shift or the change in the present paradigms. Displacement of ancient models or paradigms will take place only then new models and ideas will get place. Displacement of ancient models or paradigms will take place only then new models and ideas will get place. In democracy, there should be a displacement in the paradigms of women education and gender education. Otherwise, the democratic system of our country will not run properly. It is necessary for the elimination of the evils of the society to establish new paradigms of gender education. To develop healthy sexual attitudes in men towards women, we require new paradigms and new type of education that help us to build a new society. Now there are certain causes which are responsible for paradigm shift in women and gender studies. We can also call them the factors, and these factors are cultural factor, social factor, economic factor, religious factors, political factors, national factors and international factors. The very first I would like to tell you about the cultural factors. One culture has influenced on other cultures, due to which the social paradigm changes and the paradigms of female education have changed. Earlier, women were taught home-based education, but today she is moving forward in various fields and is trying to get education according to her wish. Next is social factor. Society is a dynamic system. Here, the change goes on continuously. Earlier, the prevalence of stereotypes and superstitions were more prevalent in the society, due to which Devdasi system, Johar system, and other social evils like widow remarriage, etc., were blocking social mobility. Therefore, social reforms were carried out by social reformers through new models or the paradigms. Next is economic factors. One factor of human displacement towards women education and gender education is also the economic factor. Purusharth in ancient times was based on four things: dharma, arth, kam, and moksha, in which moksha or salvation was given the most importance. But the present culture is material and the culture of meaning. So both men and women took the responsibility hand in hand. In this way, economic vocational courses are being arranged, which have happened due to displacement in the ancient status of women education. New models have also been established in the direction of women education and gender education through economic liberalization. The next factor that causes paradigm shift is the religious factor. Due to religion or the religious rituals and the narrow-mindedness, females are not treated equally to men. That is why we need the new models of education for women. Next is the political factors. Democracy and political awareness allows us to discuss all the issues related to gender education and related to the women education. But autocratic system of government does not allow to do so, as all the powers are centralized in autocracy. But in democracy, all are considered equal and concern showed by the government equally for all, irrespective of their gender, caste, creed, and so on. Next, we move on to the national factors. National factors include national unity, national integrity, national development, which is not possible without women education. Through gender education, healthy viewpoint towards all the genders developed, which helps to develop the feeling of nationality in the citizens, and that is only possible by bringing new paradigms. And the last one is the international factor. The impact of international factors on human beings towards women education and gender education is clearly reflected because now we are realizing the concept of global village in the era of globalization. Women's education and gender education are also not untouched by globalization. The whole world is looking for peace, compassion, and love. Therefore, to make such women education and gender education progressive, the new paradigms are required to be built. Hope all these causes which are responsible for paradigm shift in women and gender studies, and as well as the various paradigms which were found during the various periods like Vedic period, medieval period, and the modern period, helps you to understand the concept truly. There are some suggestions also which helps you or the system to make the paradigm shift effective. First is awareness. Second is local agreement. Third, need to keep in mind national and international standard while making the new paradigms. We also need to give focus on cultural factors, focus on needs of society, decentralization of economic benefits and resources, to propagate adult education, social education, distance education, and correspondence courses. We also need to adopt new technology to make our curriculum flexible and comprehensive and liberal too, and also to relate our curriculum with our vocations. So the essential skills can be developed into the learners, and that can help them to select the vocation as per their choice. Thank you.